Hello again on this beautiful afternoon. We're still dealing here a little bit with the aftermath of my birthday, so to speak. Let me explain. We had this wonderful 1961 Barolo that we talked about, but it was risky. You just don't know how it's going to develop in the bottle. You don't know if it's going to make it, and stand up to dinner as we discussed in the video. So there was a plan B, and I decided to open sort of almost the opposite. Really strong, powerful, guaranteed to be good, a lot younger, so to speak, California Cabernet. So I had that ready and decanted, the Relic Napa Cabernet Sauvignon 2012, which, as you probably know, was the first of that string of amazing good years in California. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, a little less, not as good, than 18, 19. It's just been, and 20 was a disaster because of the fires, and basically most top red wine makers just didn't make any wine in 2020. And we can talk about this at some other time. In any case, so this was a 2012 Cabernet Sauvignon. It was ready, it was out there. We figured, why not? And then we ended up enjoying both. We ended up enjoying the Barolo, and we figured, hey, as they say in French, the wine is poured, we have to drink it. So we also attacked this one. There was a little bit left, and I figured we'll share some of the comments with you guys. So this is a 2012 Relic Cabernet. There are two Cabernet in 2012. The Relic, the Cabernet Sauvignon, which is sort of their basic Cabernet Sauvignon. I mean, there's nothing basic about it, but the main Cabernet. And then the Artifact, which we've had other years together of, like the 10, I think, and the 13, if I remember correctly, and maybe another one. But anyway, the Napa Cabernet, it's called, is the vineyards have changed over time, and I don't think they make it anymore. I think they stopped after 2012. It was replaced by the Artifact, and then more specific vineyards like La Place in the 16 and beyond. Stagecoach, Mold's Vineyard. I mean, different vineyards, vineyard-specific wines. So this was sort of the end of an era of a blend of the different vineyards, Corona and another one in Unionville, which they don't name, and a little bit, just a tiny bit, a few points of Cabernet Franc and a few points of Petit Verdot, just to make it into a nice sort of wine. It's very dark. You can see what you'd expect in the color of a Napa Cabernet. The alcohol is 14.8%. The color, again, it's a big contrast to the really brown, rusty, Barolo that we had. And the nose, it's just got that powerful California Cabernet fruit. It's just deep, it's fruity. It's not super sweet, but it's just the dark red fruits. And a little bit of the soil starting to emerge, but still primarily fruit. And then a little bit of bitterness, which again, I talk about this all the time, to me makes me think of chocolate, dark chocolate. But again, it was just such a contrast with the Barolo. Nice tannins, really big presence in the mouth, nice finish, not too strong. I do think, though, compared to the Artifact, if I remember correctly, although it wasn't necessarily different same years, same vintages, the Artifact to me has even more presence, it pushes the envelope. To me, the California Cab is all about finding the right balance between power and restraint. And a lot of cheaper wines can't find that balance, and they all go power. Too much restraint ends up, not giving you the true essence of what Napa Cabernet is about. And I think that balance is critical. Here, in these wines, the balance is there. I think on the Artifact, which was from a different vineyard, it does refined it a little further, and it's really just poised, and it's amazing. Here, I think I get a little bit more of that bitterness and the power with not as much. I think maybe a little too much restraint, but not as much of the power and the fruit. Anyway, very good, but I think if you compare, you end up having to make some choices. But this was good to have. Just another point about, having a backup plan, and your backup plan, even if you don't need it, you end up using it anyway, and it's just more fun and more sort of enjoyment for everybody. Cheers.